Hey guys, welcome to Andertons TV. I am here today with Tom from Universal Audio.
Hello mate.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
He's got something really exciting. I'm really excited about this because this is something that I think it's a game changer. Isn't it? I think it's a game changer for everybody who wants to get onto that ladder of the Universal Audio ladder and start recording some really cool stuff at home. What is it?
It is called the Arrow. Here's the big reveal. Ta-ta-ta!
Ta-da! I'm just going to do that a little bit. Check that out.
Let's get it in the camera.
Check that out.
Should we get it in every camera? There we go.
Oh. So,
what do we got? So Arrow, this is a Thunderbolt 3. This is the big thing. Yeah. Obviously, we've been using Thunderbolt 2 for the Apollo range. Yeah. For Arrow, this is Thunderbolt 3. So that's the USB-C connector. Yeah. Mac or Windows Thunderbolt 3, bus powered. So the big selling point here is this is truly portable, as we've got today with my MacBook Pro, the new one. Yeah. With the Thunderbolt 3 cable and Arrow, you're just portable. That's it. That's it. So UAD plugins on the move, interface on the move. It's got two Unison mic preamps, so you get the full Apollo-esque Unison preamp experience.
Double ones as well, so you can put jacks or XLR in there.
Yeah, so you've got two line inputs which you can select with the input control. So you still have that sort of classic UA workflow thing where you've got all the like preamp side input conditioning as you'd expect. Yeah. And then you've got a high-Z instrument input on the front. So that replaces channel 1 mic XLR line input. So if you plug a guitar or bass in, you've now got a Unison enabled instrument input on the move without needing a power supply, just powered off your laptop, for example. Yeah. So a really big deal. You've got two speaker outputs. So you can feed monitors and a separate headphone output on the front. And they can have separate mixes, so you can still have an engineer's mix and an artist mix. Yeah. Today we're going to use it just set up as a monitor mix for all of us. Yeah. But if we were doing this with a little control room or a vocal booth, you can have an artist mix and an engineer's separate.
And you know what artists are like? They're very demanding.
They're like the more me.
Yeah. We're going to see that later on in this video when I start getting demanding. But
so that's the big highlight is Thunderbolt 3 bus powered. It needs to be Thunderbolt 3 so we get the power delivery, that's why it's there. Yeah. But what's it powering? Well, you've got two Unison mic pre's with full phantom power, so this is bus powered with full 48 volt phantom power. Unlike a lot of other interfaces where maybe you're going to have an external power supply or it compromises the power delivery, this is going to make your mics sound as good as they should.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. But the price point as well. I mean this comes with plugins, right?
Yeah. You get that full user experience. You get 14 plugins, including
for free. That comes with the thing.
Yeah. So you've got the things like the LA2A and the 1176 legacy compressors, the Pultec and Pultec Pro legacy EQs, the Marshall Plexi Classic Unison-enabled guitar amp, so you can do Marshall guitar tones like right out of the box. Yeah. You get a bass amp, a distortion pedal, a UA610B tube preamp, so you can do vocals with like the sound of 1958 valves on it, like a Frank Sinatra style console. There's reverbs, there's delays, there's channel strips, so you've got like everything you need to get going. Yeah. Right, and that's what we're going to do today. We'll use everything that comes with it. Yeah.
Maybe drizzle in a little bit of something else, but but you still get access if you want to buy all the other plugins. If you want to buy a 1073 or something, you can still buy that and use it with this, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you get access to the full UA plugin store. It's a UAD2 solo chip on board, so it's kind of everything you need to get your song ideas down and load enough plugins to commit to a sound and then run some on the move. Yeah. So if you're editing and you need a few UA plugins on the move, this is the bus powered solution for those guys. Yeah. If you're starting out, like I started out recording with a 4-track cassette tape thing, right? Yeah. I think it didn't even have EQ. It might have had like a very basic tone control on the output or something. Yeah. This is, going to completely surpass that.
It's just amazing. I mean, it's good. And price point?
So for 540 UK pounds as an MSRP and 595 euros. Yeah. In America with MAP, they've got 499 US dollars. Yeah. We're expecting to see the street price in Europe well below the 540. So you're going to find this is the
subject to change, of course, because we never know what's going to happen with the prices and the Europe
Brexit pound,
Brexit and all of that stuff.
But we're kind of expecting this to be, well, it is the most affordable way into the Universal Audio universe.
And I must say, that's very exciting. I think that is very exciting because as you know, we use it here. We use the 8Ps, whatever we record drums. We got a couple of 8Ps we use, and there's some great. I mean, you just get it in, and it sounds good. Great. And that's a really cool way to start it. And then you can build up your arsenal later on. If you want to expand more, you can. This could be your way in for this, and it's really exciting. But so we see if we can create a song, because this is the whole idea with this. We want to create a song, and in a video that's going to come over on our tech channel, Meg and Brad is going to come in, and Meg is going to sing some stuff where Tom also is going to show you how to do all the sort of vocals and how you do chant and reverbs and maybe some share-like stuff. And Meg picked.
It's a tongue twister.
Yeah, there's Meg picked Justin Timberlake song. Pickled Pepper, Yellow Lorry, Red Lorry. So he wanted to do this Justin Timberlake song, Can't Beat This Feeling, or Can't Beat This Feeling. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Can't Beat This Feeling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Cajon, I'm going to play Shaker X, I'm going to do some acoustic guitar, I'm going to do some bass, I'm going to do some electric guitars. And then...
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time, because that's going to be a bit weird. But then Meg's going to sing on it later on a video that will be on our tech channel. So if you want to check that out, go over there. So,
awesome.
so we get going?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so let's get recording. Let's recording the song.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So we've got some stuff, as you can see, and we're going to start one place, and then you're just going to show me how we do it. What do we do?
We're going to use your...
My eggs of love. My eggs of love. Start with them. Get a tempo going. And
so basically, in Arrow console, which is the same user experience as the Apollo console.
Yeah.
We've obviously got input channels. You've got virtual channels, which are things you can use to kind of play software instruments back and forth into Arrow and use UAD processing in there.
Yep.
But on the input channels, you've got one per input. So we've got the mic one, instrument one, which is what we're going to use mostly today. Got a mic for your shaker. We're going to plug, a bass in here and a guitar and do sounds directly into it. But you can also use the two mic inputs to do stereo recording. So you could do acoustic guitar with like an XY pair, that kind of thing. And one of the main selling points is obviously you can process the sounds on the way in. So you don't just have a flat sort of vanilla mic pre. We can load up a sound and actually commit to that sound.
You can put your compressor or whatever on before you actually record stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's so cool. That's what I really like about the Twin as well.
Yeah.
Well, that you can put all of these things on before it comes in.
Okay, cool. I mean, you guys obviously shoot the shows with Apollos anyway, so you're using them on the way in for getting a great sound in the room. Yeah. It's the same experience with Arrow, but of course now Thunderbolt 3 bus powered, so you could be doing this on the road, on the tour bus, planes, trains, automobiles.
So cool.
Glastonbury tent was an example I was going to give you.
Or just do a mixing. Just do a mixing thing. You can have it just with you if you're on the plane and do a mix of your stuff, right?
Totally.
You can do that as well and get a good sound out as well.
Yeah, man. Really, headphone output and UAD plugins on the move.
Yeah.
So you've got a solo DSP UAD2 chip on board for processing.
Yeah. So
for example, I'll just pop the cans on. We'll do shaker first. So that's just like a clean shaker on that mic there. Yeah. So it's a condenser mic. If we go to the preamp side here, it's fully phantom powered. So I've engaged phantom power for the condenser mic. So we're running off the laptop battery. There's no power supply. Yeah. We could be literally anywhere, and the mic is fully powered.
In the forest somewhere, doing like a little acoustic thing.
In the Danish forest, yeah.
In the Danish forest.
Bacon cooking on a open wood fire.
Lurpak on the guitar. Lurpak on the eggs.
You do a free lump of Lurpak with it.
Yeah, you get a free lump. You get a free pack of Lurpak with that.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you play shaker on the mic, that's just a flat mic pre sound. Which is nice, but I think we could get a bit of air around the top of it. Yeah. So if we, for example, go here and use some of the included plugins that come with Arrow. So, for example, you get the 610B, which is a version of the 1958 tube console. Yeah. We can obviously, you'll see the ring has turned orange. Hopefully you can see that in this camera here. If not, I will do a little tweak up there. So orange ring around the encoder, that basically means it's a Unison mic pre now. Now the whole input stage is responding like a tube console from 1958.
I mean, and that is what Universal Audio is just so good at. It's this kind of, it just changes everything for me. When it comes in, you go, wow, okay, I get it, People go, it might be a bit expensive and all that stuff, but it's like, it's absolutely worth it. And this is awesome. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling.
No, it's cool, because obviously we'll use Unison technology on the guitar input in a bit, where we've got things like the Marshall amp. So what we'll do is, if you play the shaker, I'll just put some 10K boost in on the top of it here, so we'll open up the top end. We can also change the input impedance, so it's 2K. 500 ohms has got a little bit more thickness in the mid-range. 2K is a little faster sounding. I'll probably shelve off a little bit of 200 as well. But we can also crank the gain, so you see I have control in hardware and it's doing that. If I push and hold the encoder, I'll get a little orange dot on the screen. So now I can overdrive the tube stage and turn down the output so we're not clipping. We're getting quite a sort of thick tone with that, which is quite interesting. So I'll just dial that in a little bit more. So sort of the difference basically, like that's the flat shaker. It feels when you hear this on
I can't hear it right now because he's got the headphones, so I can't hear anything. But it's magic. I'm imagining things. That's not a new thing. I do that all the time.
the shaker in your head. Yeah, it's not even real. So when without the preamp on, it's kind of uncompressed sounding, and it's quite sort of loose. And with this on, it's almost like compressing the sound. So we're actually getting a very steady on beat, like a clicky thump, which is pretty cool. So I think we'll leave it like that.
Okay, so I trust you.
Yeah. So what we've got now is basically a really sort of three-dimensional shaker, which is beyond the sound of just the basic interface.
Okay.
So immediately Arrow is becoming like a creative tool. You're shaping your sound.
Yeah.
And because that's loaded in the Unison slot, that's going to record into Logic. So whatever we record is going to sound like that console.
Coming into Logic. And this is doing all the hard work, the process in here, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It's all running in the U82.
So your computer can do whatever that needs to do in Logic or whatever Pro Tools, whatever you use. That can look after that, and then this will do all improve. That's so cool.
It is cool.
So we record some shaker in.
Should we put some reverb on it first?
Oh man, whatever you want, yeah.
We'll get it. We'll do this, and then
I'm
we'll
like,
go.
come
He's
on,
like, record me.
Yeah, I wanted to do some
music,
recording. And then like, come on, I'm ready, man. I need to go to lunch.
So obviously over in the two aux tracks, the reason I'll show you this is because this is basically how we'll do the whole recording. We'll record the input channel and then the two auxiliaries, which will be 100% wet effect. So we're actually, in Logic, we're going to have a processed dry sound and then 100% wet reverb. So you can balance it later, but when you finish recording, you don't have any work to do because it's been tracked.
It's all ready to go.
So we'll do that for everything, guitars, whatever we get to. But for now, we'll put in the reverb category down here, again included with it, you've got the precision reflection engine.
Okay.
So if you play here, I'll just send to this.
Yeah.
If you shake, and we'll get a tiny bit of ambience added to this as well. Filter it down. Yeah, so what we're getting there is very subtle, but it's like a little stereo enhancement.
Okay.
So it's just bouncing around the edges a tiny bit.
Again, I'll have to trust you on this one, because I can't hear it.
You can't. But then what I'll do is in the other channel, I'll load up in Reverb the Reverb Pro, which again, these are all plugins that come with Arrow. So out of the box, this is what we get.
Okay. Oh, fantastic.
So there's 14 plugins straight in the box there. And we get presets as well. So for example, we'll go here and we'll select maybe room, and we'll select big live room. So we'll kind of get a bit more ambience to your demo room here. I'll just set it to wet. And we're going to send to this. All right, that'll do for now, just to prove the point.
I'm going to be a percussionist, man, and play this for a whole song.
I'm just basically warming up your elbow right now.
For later on.
So there you go. So that's well, you've got the leverage. So yeah, effectively that's now a sort of really early reflection kind of bounce, and then there's a really long, bright sort of essy tail, which we'll either keep or not. But the cool thing with the system is you can record it, and we can delete it later if we want to do it in the mix differently. So it's dead simple. Yeah. So from there, we'll basically leave the Arrow console and we'll jump into Logic. The only thing to sort of mention is when you've got red dots in all the insert points on the console, that's when the processing will be recorded. So if I loaded like a compressor or an EQ after the preamp, for example, I can choose to record the inserts separately from the Unison.
I see, okay.
So they can either be on the sound or not. So I'll leave them in record for later when we do more elaborate input chains for guitars. Yeah.
I mean, I'm learning something now as well, which is great.
Okay, cool. So now we're into Logic. You've got 113 BPM click track. It's all on you, my man.
It's all on me. So I'm not gonna do like 3.5 minutes of me shaking. I think we're gonna copy paste this one. I mean, we just copy paste a bit.
So yeah, basically you'll just play to this click, and you should have it in your headphones. Enough for you.
I think that's enough, isn't it? We can probably copy paste that over, otherwise it's going to take too long.
Let's copy and paste it?
Yeah, I think to copy paste it, because we don't know how long the song is going to be, so we can take that, copy paste it out, and then I'm sitting on something funny here. So we might add some of that in as well.
Why not? Let's do it. Yeah. Okay. And you just to finish up, you can see in Logic here, I've got 3 tracks. The first one's the shaker, which is mono. Yeah. And then there's a shaker room and shaker hall.
So that's recorded into Logic.
Yeah. So you've got 3 tracks recorded, and all the effects are there, but you can delete them, make one go backwards, whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
On the tour bus.
All in there on the tour bus. Oh, in the back of somebody's car. on the beach.
On the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the beach. So let's just sort this loop out and then we'll be back. Okay, so we're back and now let's record some in here. And so we've got an Aston Spirit on the back and an Aston Origin on the front to capture some of the low end and some of the high end.
Yeah, we'll give it a bit of EQ and compression, I reckon.
That's what we need to get. Yeah, that's what we need to do. But this is why we got Tom here to do that stuff. So
do you want to hit the front like a kick drum, and I'll just try and get some sound on that?
Let's do that. I'll hit it. These are making me hungry because they look so much like X over there in the corner.
That's kind of like a nice punchy sound for the tube thing. But I want a bit more bass in it, so what we'll do is, again, with the included plugins, if we go to the insert slots, which are after the Unison preamp, so we're still going to use the tube pre, but then we can actually put 4 inserts in. So we'll go to EQ, and I'm going to take, for example, the Pultec EQP1A Legacy, the classic sort of 50s tube EQ, right? A little 60 or 30 on the bottom. So if you keep playing the kick drum, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll put a tiny bit of like top in there as well. Yeah, man, that sounds just going to be bassy. Yeah, I think so. So that's the sort of kick drum aspect of it.
So do you want to record this in 2 bits, or do you want me to record?
Well, I think because you've kind of got, the front's like quite slappy, right? So if you do a slap sound on there, yeah. We get the second mic up, so if I go to the preamp side here and select input 2, I'll put phantom power on as well. So again, 2 mics phantom powered.
Just running from this?
Off the laptop.
Yeah.
So then what we'll do is now, again, kick drum, we'll get the back mic going, which is going to be where all the low end is. So on this one, we're going to need to use the pad already, which is a button on the front. It's quite hot.
So that you can choose the pad from the panel, or you can do it from your software, right?
Exactly, yeah. So you've got buttons going across, high pass filter, 48 volts, pad, phase, and you can stereo
This is not on the Apollo, is it? On the Twin, you don't have...
You do, you have the whole row.
Have you got a click on it? Oh yes, you do.
You do, yeah, and you can then switch between the monitor functions.
I should know that because I use it every day.
I think it's just so well designed.
It's so well designed. It just become a thing.
I don't know. Okay, so then kick-wise, we'll do the same sort of thing. We'll get some low end in this one. What I'll do is just copy the preamp across actually. So again, just Alt-click and drag it, and we've now got this pre on the kick side. So. Okay, and I'll copy the Pultec as well, but we'll set it differently for the front and the back mic. Let's have a go there. Have the kick drum side. And they might be out of phase, so let's... So if I flip the phase of the front one, it helps with the kick drum a little bit, because there's 2 mics facing each other. There you go, we're done. So now we're ready to go. You can have the headphones back and you should be able to hear shaker, click, and also your cajon itself, and then you can play a kick snare pattern. So you're going to need to know where the song goes.
Where the song goes. I think what we'll do is, I'll just record it in 2 bits, so I'll record kind of just 4 bars of like... And then I think in the chorus bit, we'll do like a... You do 4 on the floor kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then we can always copy paste it over when we'll do that. We copy paste it over when we finally do the song and mix it up and all that stuff.
Yeah, man. All the groove's going to come from your guitar, right?
Well,
you've got to save your hands now.
Well. Yeah, exactly. Come on. All right, let's do it.
So you're good.
Okay.
Ready?
I think that was a pretty good take for the verse.
Verse section.
And then we'll just later on let's do like a little bit of a I don't know, something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, man. If what we do is leave them to the side, do your guitar and bass, and then we'll put them in as little snippets afterwards. We've got the sound there.
You've got them, so we can always leave them over, mute them, and then get it to someplace else. Cool.
So if I unrecord and enable those tracks in Logic, I'll just play them back, and you'll be able to hear them. What you just played on your headphones now. So with the click off, for example.
Tell you one thing, it's real. It's real, ladies and gentlemen.
It's human.
Yeah. It's cool. Okay, so that's the kind of beat done, right? Oh no, hang on. Let's do some snaps. And there's snaps in there.
Okay, finger clicks. Yeah.
If we can do that really quick. We should have done that at the beginning, but should we do both? It's good?
Percussion done.
Done it.
Yeah, you don't have to play guitar anymore. We've just got a percussion solo.
See you guys.
We're done.
Cool. I mean, see, this is real, kit. So what we're doing here is literally doing a recording like you would do at home in a home studio, or you got your demo. What you want to do a demo in your bedroom. You can make an album on these. I mean, on the backing tracks that we've put out here, I've used only the Apollo to do all the backing tracks. So there you are. So
that's amazing.
That's it. Yeah.
You know what's cool though, and I don't know if you knew this for your setup either, but there's a session or what we call console recall plugin. And you have a sync button you can hit, so you can load it as a plugin in Logic. And whenever you load that Logic project, it will recall our Apollo console outside of Logic for you. So they'll synchronize up, so you get total recall. I can see that.
Chris behind the camera going, oh my God, it's amazing. That is very cool.
That'll save you some time. Yeah, so the console recall plugin is something that we did with Apollo, and it still works with the Arrows.
Yeah.
This is
we kind of run.
Feature.
You know, we got set up, and it's kind of every time we got a bass one and an acoustic one, and so we just recall that, and then we'll have we've got presets in Logic that we use and templates. We try to keep it as simple as possible for all the stuff we do.
Great, yeah. Okay, cool.
So that's good. So
leave those for an arrangement later, and we can put
so now we're just going to copy paste them around whenever we need them. So guitar.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so we're now going to record the guitar, but we've just did a little arrangement of the whole song, so just so we've got something to play along to. It took a little while, but now we are back. We had coffee.
Back in the game.
Back in the game.
Shaking from the
coffee. So now we're going to record some guitar. Still using the Origin from Aston, and now I'm going to use this Sigma guitar from Sigma. Allow myself to introduce myself. That's a good old.
I'm Sigma from Sigma.
Yeah. It's the Sigma guitar from Sigma. So let's record the guitars. What are we going to do?
Cool. So we go to the preamp side here with this button. So we're on channel 1. It's a condenser mic, so we'll turn that on. We won't filter. So what we'll do is we'll just have a listen with some gain, so we can adjust the gain with the encoder on here to get some level, which obviously we're doing for all the recordings. So we'll jump back to the console here, and you can see we've got some basic level on the guitar there. So I'll do is I'll move the mic a little bit while you play. So if you play for a sec. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
so that
happy with that?
just gets rid of the boominess. Then what we'll do is we'll change the preamp again. So using the Unison preamp, we're going to go for that 610. But of course, one thing we should have mentioned with the percussion bit is that obviously with the Arrow, you get the 610B, which is the 58 tube console, but you also get access to the whole U82 library. So you can obviously upgrade your Arrow and buy Vision, Neve, Manley Voxbox, SSL channel strip, whatever you need for your sound, for your style of music. But we'll stick with the tube vibe for now.
So we can see what you use, and if you just buy that and nothing else, right? If you whatever comes with it, that's probably a good idea, so people can see what they can do with the plugins.
Straight out of the box.
Yeah,
exactly. So let's get some level on this now. So that's kind of giving it like a fuller, again, like a little bit of harmonics and that sort of stuff. But I think we'll compress the guitar as well. So in this case, we'll go to Dynamics, and we're going to go down to the Teletronics LA2A Legacy, which is bundled with your Arrow as well. So that's here. So if you play your
get that as well?
loudest, you get that, and you get an 1176 LN and the SE, the original plugins. So you've got loads of great compressors right in the box. You've got the channel strip, reverb.
Because that's what we use a lot for guitars, that one, and the 1176.
It's kind of easy because you've just got one knob for how much squash and how much level you want to make back up. So it's dead easy. So if you play your absolute loudest part. It's good. I feel like when you're playing the fast strummy stuff, maybe it's not quick enough. So I'll leave that there and we'll kind of just A/B something. So I know obviously you're not hearing this, but we'll go to the 1176 LN Legacy, which also comes with it. It's just a little faster compressor. The other one's like an optical based thing. Yeah. So we'll try this and see if we can get a slightly quicker sound. Kind of interesting because the LA2A is like a little bit more effortless, a bit slower, and the 1176 is kind of more aggressive. So it's really a case of whether we want the guitar to sit sort of behind or up front. But because we're going to put loads of electric guitars,
we put some more stuff on it, you know. So
I think we'll probably go with the 1176.
I'll just use one of the plugins, the UAD plugins in Logic, and then put that on an aux channel or a boss or something, and then mix that in instead of recording it onto a track.
Right. Okay.
You know, so that's
you got the option.
You got the option. So that's what I kind of do sometimes. You can do both. You know, you can take those plugins into Logic and open them up into Logic as well, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the cool thing. You know, you record this way or record just flat.
Yeah.
And then
absolutely,
you've got solo DSP and you can mix.
Absolutely.
Print the tracks later.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to have a bit in your headphones as well. That's kind of an interesting point actually, because you're effectively monitoring low latency or near zero latency through the Arrow console. Yeah. Even if you're not recording the effect, having a singer with like a bit of compression and a bit of reverb makes them feel like a star, and you get a better performance and that kind of stuff.
And they need it. It's like, oh, I need some more reverb. Can I get some more reverb in my monitors?
Well, you know what's crazy? You can also get auto-tune now for our platform. So
I saw that,
if you're doing pop stuff or you're doing R&B, you can actually just do the full-on T-Pain like vocal thing. You know, like,
good old Cher. Good old Cher.
Yeah.
Was she actually the first one that did that? I wonder. Was she the first one that did Believe in Love After Love?
First mega famous track, I think.
I think so, wasn't it? Yeah.
So I put them in record enable. You'll notice I'm not using software monitoring either in Logic. That's disabled, so we're not at all monitoring through the buffer size.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So the Logic buffer's set to like 512, I think. So it's quite big. So we're not worried about latency at all. It's all happening in Arrow, which is killer. So hopefully, if you give it a strum, we should see signal in Logic, and then man.
There it is.
Nice, bright, roomy reverb, and then you should be able to play to our full arrangement and whack down the first rhythm guitar part. So
let's see what we can do. Something like that.
Beautiful.
Something like that. I think that's good enough.
Yeah, man.
Yeah? Yeah, man. I think that's good enough.
Okay, cool.
For that. So do we want to do some more? Do we want to do while we're here, do a little bit of picking with the acoustic?
Yeah, we could do another couple of acoustic tracks, for sure.
Something like that? Something like that?
Sound good to you?
Good. That sounds fine to me.
Sound rocking out here.
Good, good, good.
Cool. So that's a
you just
guitar.
hear me blinking, 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 blinking.
Blinky, 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 blinky.
First guitar. So, bass.
Yes, let's get the groove in.
Let's get the groove in. Cool. We'll be right back. Right then, so we're back, and you can see I've got a bass now because now it's time to play some bass. And we've gone on the monitors now, so because now we can hear. There's no mics in the room that's recording, right? So let's just set up a cool bass. Just explain to me what you're doing.
Okay, cool. So on the preamp side now, as soon as we plug in your bass guitar cable, the lovely little short pink stubby thing here, that goes into there, and it will automatically select high Z input. Yeah. So we've kind of already got a bass DI set up, so with just some basic bit of gain on it, that's how it sounds straight off. So if you want to play something. So it's got a nice P-bass sound, right?
Exactly, and that's most people, and I'm just full on everything here, boom, boom, boom. So a lot of people just literally do that in studios, even in massive big studios. It's straight into some desk and maybe a
Well, I think all the Motown stuff was like all the electric guitars and the basses just straight DI. They didn't even have amps.
Absolutely.
And, you know, those tracks.
You can hear that as well, can't you? But it's such a certain tone. A lot of the old 80s funk stuff, guitars are just DI straight in their desks. Anyway.
There you go. But because we've got the tonal shaping capabilities and it comes with a bass amp module as well that you can record through, we might as well set up a little more elaborate bass tone.
Yes.
So
let's try.
In fact, what we'll do is we'll actually use the tube preamp, the 610 again first to get a bit of tubey tone. So that's just loaded up flat on there. So you've got some tube. That could be nice with a little 200 even in there. So that's it off. It's very aggressive, like that rock pick thing.
Yeah, much nicer.
It's kind of interesting how it sort of softens out the whole pick attack compared to when it's off. When it's off, it's very like.
I mean, I'm swapping between the two here, so maybe I should just thumb it, as we say.
That's a real nice R&B kind of thick bass tone. But we can then, in the inserts below, we can load a bass amp. So if we go with, say, one of the included ones, which is if I find it, you can see how many amps we actually have here. We've got so many.
Yeah.
But you get the bass amp, soft tube bass amp remake by 10, which is included with Arrow. So here we'll now get the sound of a bass cab. And I can move the mic. We can get some dial in here, a bit of gain. It's quite trashy if you want to go like very punky. There's a tone knob for fat down the bottom there. And we can actually blend between DI and amp with this fader. So down here it should be all DI. And then we can blend. So it's kind of cool because I take the tube fatness of the like 610 preamp, and then we'll just blend a little bit of like bass 8x10 cab in behind it. Awesome. So I think that as a sound is kind of, it's got the attack and it's got the fatness, but it's also got the picky attack, the punky attack thing going. So with everything off, that was the DI. It just barks at you when you dig in. So what's the loudest thing you're going to play? Let's hear how dirty you get.
That's probably
that's kind of cool, right? A little bit less mids maybe in the amp.
Yeah.
And then we'll go with, because we're building quite an elaborate chain and we've got 4 insert points, we'll go with compression. So this time we'll try that 1176 I think on bass. That's going to be fun for this type of bass sound. So we're going to go with that. We'll slow it down, speed up a touch from there. So that's uncompressed.
Yeah.
So if you play like a bit slightly more sustaining thing, like maybe in the verse you'll do this.
I do it. I do it. Yeah.
It just holds all the notes up and lets it do its thing. What's kind of cool with bass is we could like put like a little bit of chorus on it. We don't need to have like any effect, but a bit of chorus always makes the bass like sort of thicken out a tiny bit. So if we went with say, well, I think maybe we'll bridge out from the included plugins and we'll go with one of the ones that comes, you know, you can buy from our library, such as the Studio D Chorus, for example. So this would be an add-on, but it's wonderful. Oh, this is the cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's great for just like a little thickening. So as I start to send to that, you get that like mystically wide bass tone. What's the spookiest bass chord you can play? It's pretty spooky. That's more like horror movie though, isn't it? So we'll record just a tiny bit. So effectively your bass chain now is like a 1958 tube preamp on a DI into a bass amp, but we're blending the DI and the amp, so we've kind of got a blend, and then the two of those are getting compressed with 1176 and going to a chorus as a parallel, as a studio chain, and we'll record that in as a bass tone, all on the train,
this bit, on the train,
in the tent.
Because you get your bass on the train as well, you know.
Yeah, man, you've got to get your bass on the train.
Yeah, and the plane. Unless you buy a seat for it.
Planes, trains and bass machines. So yeah, 2 tracks. So here we'll have bass DI, or bass kind of clean, I guess we could call it.
Yep.
Bass direct, I'll call that one. And then bass width, I always refer to it generally. It's kind of one of my little things I do a lot. So
bass width.
So stereo, width on aux 1, and there we go. And then we'll be record enabled, and now you can play to your heart's content.
I might want the headphones just so I can get a little bit of extra
oomph,
tightness in my face.
Nice take.
Then we got that.
In one, man.
Oh, there's a little bit of pieces. You know, in the studio you can always. I might wipe that a bit. It's a bit sweaty. In the studio you can always do it again and overdub.
You can always overdub.
Yeah, you can always overdub stuff. But I mean, this is just for a bit of fun, so you can see what we can do with this bit.
You got to get a vibe down, haven't you? That's more important. You can make it perfect. But
I think personally, I would always do a full takes, unless it's like a little sort of declap, sort of shake or something. But probably when you play bass and guitars, for me it's really important just to get that performance and through the whole thing, you know. So that, because it gives it a vibe all the way through, and you can kind of lift it up a bit. And
it's human, and then it feels better.
It's human, exactly. So
no robots.
That's that.
Great, man. Electric guitar.
Electric guitar time. We'll be right back. Right, so we're gonna record some electric guitar now, and we're gonna do sort of overdubs, as it's called. So I'm not gonna play through the whole song. I'm just gonna do little bits on the bridge, and then something on the sort of pre-chorus, or whatever is the chorus? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
We'll start with that one, the cleany folk sound.
We need that bit.
Okay, cool. The big thing for us with Arrow and also with the Apollos since version 9.4 is we've made a slight change to the bundle of plugins that are going to come with this. So now in guitar and bass, and this is kind of a big deal, you have the Marshall Plexi Classic. So now you have a branded Unison-enabled guitar amp. So now we're plugging in electric guitar. Yeah. When we did bass, we were obviously just going straight into an instrument input like a DI. Yeah. But now for electric guitar, you have a Unison-enabled guitar amp. So what this means is whenever we change the socket on the amp here, whether we plug into one or two or individual, inputs, that's effectively changing the load on your guitar. So it's varying the resistance of the jack socket. So you're going to hear a different tone going in and out of each jack socket on the
pretty
Marshall.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
very cool.
The Plexi Classic now just has one SM57 mic on it, but that's exactly what you need for,
absolutely.
for most of the jobs. So if you play a bit, we'll dial in a sound for that. So.
Woo! I mean, we want it pretty clean. We back it up the gain a bit.
I think it'd be surprising with some EQ how much that will actually fill out the track, because there's lots going on, so the depth won't be that noticeable. What we'll do now, jumping into the processing bit, I think we should probably try and EQ where you're playing that the chords really. So we'll use, again, the included channel strip, the precision channel strip, but this time it's a 5-band EQ, so we'll look for that. So if you want to play the, that really sort of sparkly bit.
Proper ringing, isn't it?
Tiny, but so if you play that now, we'll try a bit of compression. So we're going to go with the LA2A, I think, for the guitar, the LA2 Legacy. So again, this is all the included stuff right out of the box.
That's great, isn't it? Out of the box. It's brilliant.
You'll play real hard, like as spanky as you're going to be. I quite like that. We'll go with a very short delay that's sort of just bouncing in stereo. So we'll use the precision delay mod, set 100% wet. So now, because we've got, the cool thing with the console is we can either tap tempo or enter the tempo here. So we know we're doing 113 BPM, so we'll put it in the Arrow console there. And so now all of our delays, if we're in sync in this point, we can now just pick a subdivision effectively for the delay. So we don't want loads of feedback on this because you're playing a busy part, but just a short one. Maybe trip it. So if you try the whole riff now. Try the whole thing, I'll back it off a bit, but I think that's just going to give it a bounce.
Yeah. We're here with the track. That's good.
It cuts, right?
Yeah.
So I think we could have some reverb too. So instead of...
Again, this is just something, sorry to interrupt, this is just something that's going to be in and just sort of taken down a bit in the background.
Yeah,
right?
they're just textures. I like to do them all up front so we've got a bit of a vibe. It's kind of like, let's see where things could go. Yeah. And then if you don't like them, you just delete those tracks and then put the plugins on later. Exactly. If you do like them, then game on. You're not using any plugins, which means you're not using any CPU.
There you go.
And you're not using anything even from this, because once it's recorded in, you don't need it running in Arrow. So you're kind of maximising your usage all the time. Yeah. And it's kind of nice to show some of the effects that you can do here. I mean, chorus would be great on this type of guitar part. You don't need reverb, but like a little thickening chorus for a front part
absolutely.
Would be great.
That dimension thing again.
Yeah. Or you could go, if you go into the modulation category, you could try things like a flanger or a Moog filter, something like that. Yeah. And you can do all sorts of crazy, like half wah.
Oh, we could do like a little bit of a solo in the end. We could do a little sort of also while cock wah.
We could do an envelope filter.
Yeah, envelope filter. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, let's do that for the solo.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit it, baby.
Let's do the guitar.
Let's do that bit guitar beat. We got those beats out. Anyway, that's good. That's good. That was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
A great take. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's good.
That's great.
Good.
So the other electric guitar part you want to do is in the breakdowns, some spacey sound.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
With a bit of whammy bar, whammy bar.
So if you want to, sound-wise, I think we probably want to be fuller and richer. So
we'll go back. A bit thicker.
Yeah. So let's go back to the amp for a sec, and I'll just bypass the EQ and compression here. So let's try and get a bit thicker amp sound.
So I didn't pick up. Oh, it's still fine there.
I think that's nice. There's just enough dirt to that. And then EQ-wise, probably don't need the top. Let's try this. Just a tiny bit of that out there. That LA2A is lovely on the chords, though. You see the difference, great, isn't it? Right? It just, the thickness, like with it off. It's like, it sounds so full.
It's full.
But because we want to go spacey, should we go kind of like with a more elaborate delay, like a slower delay, so swirlier?
Yeah.
Great.
Just copy paste that over, that's nice. You don't need to, you know, if it's, you can just copy paste. I think that's copy pasteable, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's create a, just a quick solo with some quack quack wah on it, I think.
Okay, so then let's go back and we'll just mute the auxes for a minute.
Yeah.
So in terms of a solo tone, we're going to want more gain, right? So if you open up, do you think neck pickup for a fat tone? Or?
If I'm digging in, there's plenty of gain in this, I think. I think there is plenty of gain for me.
Juice,
I mean, so yeah, I don't think we need any more gain on that. I think it's good because if maybe we gain up the tone on the gain on the overdrive on the amp a bit, then you get a little bit more bite in it. But already now, right. So to the guitar solo in the end, or like a guitar solo, just a little bit of fills over the singing, which hopefully will be on there as well at some point. So what are we gonna do? I want some auto on here.
We'll funk it up. So obviously we've got the Plexi Classic channel strip and a compressor, which we'll keep. So that's your kind of dry guitar change.
I mean, that's probably rock.
Yeah, so we've moved the amp out of the Unison slot so we can effectively insert other plugins before it like you would a pedal board.
Yeah.
So in this case, we'll use the Moog Filter SE, which is one of the plugins that you can buy on our web store.
Okay.
So this is now, we've set this up as like an envelope filter, so it's triggering off how hard you play.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like that old Grange Hill theme tune, if anyone remembers that from back in the day.
No, I'm not. I'm too Danish.
You weren't in the UK
I'm too Danish.
Right?
I'm too Danish.
We might still be able to keep the delay on, so let's try it with the delay. Here we go.
Yeah, something like that.
So anywhere or just the end?
I just want to do a little bit in the end of it. So when because there's going to be, and I'm just going to sort of play a little bit of fills on the end.
Do you want to introduce the lead guitar in the breakdown before the outro?
Let's see.
Let's see if you feel it there. Yeah. Okay.
It's all about feeling it, boys and girls. See what happens. It's fine. It's good.
Great, man. It sounds cool.
Good. Perfect. I mean, so there we are.
Done, I reckon.
Kind of. I mean, now it's just to mix it and maybe cut a little bit of pieces out. And let's have a quick listen back, because I just want to hear back, see what we've done.
To the whole thing?
Just to the whole thing.
Okay. Just as a kind of point of interest for people. So that is 30 tracks of audio.
30 tracks.
But now Logic is running no plugins, and we've just got a balance on the screen of all 30 channels. So if we think we need to like lower a guitar or take the reverb off or whatever, we've got all that control. Everything's been recorded through the Arrow real time. You monitored it, dead easy. Most of the plugins were included with it. A few were specials on top. Ready to do vocals when we need to. Then we can look at auto tune and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
And then
I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. That's pretty cool, all running this little setup here.
Yeah, you're a legit one-man band, man.
Oh my gosh. I mean, thank you for sticking with us on this one.
This is going to be a 4-hour-long video. This is the Christmas Day one. Put it out on Christmas Day and everyone can fall asleep watching it after they've had their Christmas turkey and wine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's it's really. It's impressive, but I use this anyway. I don't use the Arrow, but I can see just having that as a completely separate thing where you can run it all off your laptop, PC as well, right?
Yeah. So Windows 10, Thunderbolt 3. Obviously, 2018, we're going to see loads of Apple laptops and Windows motherboards coming out with true Thunderbolt 3. So it's a USB-C connector.
Yeah.
But you're looking for Thunderbolt 3, so then you've got the power Arrow.
Yeah.
But then the software is bi-platform, so you can PC it, you can Mac it, Logic, Pro Tools, Ableton,
all of that, yes.
All of those, whichever you want. Like I say, plugins out of the box. One guitar input, 2 mic inputs, so you can record stereo. You got headphone
outputs. I mean, if you're used to the Apollo Twin, it's the layout is very similar, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that. I mean, you get the full sort of it's the Apollo experience in a portable package.
Yeah.
It's an all metal enclosure. It's really ruggedly built. You can pop it in your rucksack and move with it. It's the same sound quality as the kind of what we've referred to as the gold standard of Apollo converters. It's the same.
And price-wise?
Price-wise, we're looking at 540 GB pounds as an MSRP and 595 euros. But in America, they have maps, so that's $499 US.
Okay.
We'd expect to see the street price lower than £540, so it's actually the most affordable universal audio interface we've ever put out. So this is a game-changing box.
It is a game-changing box for you, and I think for a lot of people who are looking for an interface. Because for me, when I've changed from what we used before until we changed to the 8Ps here, I mean, there's just such a massive difference in what comes in, and for me, it's all about what goes into the computer. You know what I mean? Once it goes in there and it's good sound, then that's all important for me.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
It's a recording tool.
It's a recording tool. I mean, and that is important. And you can take this on the road. That's so cool. In the bus, I mean, when I used to tour, we mixed live DVDs on the bus with a full Pro Tools rig and an iMac 27-inch like that, mixing the whole live DVD.
So you're like taking 15 grand on the road just in a flight case.
Yeah. I mean, you can do it with this.
Well, yeah, those two things: laptop and rucksack. A pair of headphones, as you just tried to take it on with.
Yeah, as I just tried to just smash up here. Sorry about that. I mean, that's great. I mean, thank you for coming in to show us this. And
thanks,
I think thank you very much. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to put some links below in the description, and then we're going to just play us out with what we just done.
Amazing,
And then if you want to watch, we're going to get Mech or maybe somebody else, let's see, to come and sing on this, and then we're going to put the video out. We might even shoot a video where we all dance around. Because we can't beat that feeling.
The Christmas Andertons store tour video.
Exactly, just running around the store singing. Anyway, that'll be fun. So pop over, that's going to be over on our tech channel with Brad and Mech. And hopefully Tom come back in and guide us through and see how you set up like channel strips for recording vocals and BVs and maybe using the the auto tune you were talking about and stuff.
Yeah.
So that would be good. So that video will be over on our tech channel. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for coming. Please subscribe and see you soon. And then play out.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.